Everton majority shareholder Farhad Moshiri and Bill Kenwright are expected to meet under pressure manager Sam Allardyce on Wednesday in London to address a tough season for the Toffees. Sunday's ghastly 3-1 defeat at West Ham compounded the doom and gloom around the Blues as Everton finished 8th in the Premier League, a far cry from their lowly position just above the relegation zone when Allardyce took the hot seat in November 2017. But, nevertheless, a disgruntled fan base have grown fed up with the supposed negativity Big Sam brings to the table. The lackluster nature of performances, particularly away from home, defensive frailties. Everton conceded 58 league goals over the course of the campaign, the most since 2001, and team selection have all added to the chorus of support against Allardyce, with the Wayne Rooney MLS saga being the icing on the cake. There are, though, many who feel Evertonians are being too cutthroat, given that the 63-year-old did the job asked of him. Allardyce, himself, still has 12 months to run on his £6 million a year Merseyside deal. Here, we look at 5 managers who could come in and replace the ex-England boss if he is given the sack. Marco Silva, the man the Blues tried to get but failed last October. In the end, their pursuit, which would have seen the Toffees shell out up to £10 million to prize him away from Watford, was a disaster. Tact of a move disrupted the stellar job the Portuguese was doing at Vicarage Road. Indeed, his plight really went off the rails as the Hornets registered just a single win in 11 matches and he was shown the door, with Everton taking plenty of the blame. In January, Silva has been out of work since but is still high up Moshiri's wish list given he is young, 40 years of age, and plays a brand of easy-on-the-eye football that could appease supporters. Given West Ham have also emerged as contenders to land Silva, Moshiri and co will need to move quickly for arguably their #1 target. Rating, 8/10 said how the Bournemouth boss was a Blue growing up, and has been linked with the job often in the past, especially when Ronald Koeman got the sack. But, having steered the Cherries to another competitive 12th place berth, the future looks pretty rosy down on the south coast. Howe is a messiah there and the club is in his blood, with promise of more funds to strengthen and build on their longest ever stay in the top flight 3 seasons *. The question for Howe is, when does he take that next step? Whenever that question is raised, it seems to do a disservice to Bournemouth, but his ambition is surely higher than settling for mid-table. Many would argue Everton is not a significant step up at the moment, but if Moshiri backs Howe with finances, then that, coupled with the overall size of the two clubs in comparison, makes it night and day. A move to Everton could indeed provide Howe with a springboard to a top 5 side. Bournemouth, however, would be unlikely to allow him the opportunity to leave just yet. Rating, 7/10 Paulo Fonseca, a man with no Premier League experience but nonetheless a name with star quality and a habit of winning trophies, something Everton have lacked in a manager since their last silverware success way back in 1995. Fonseca has recently secured back-to-back Ukrainian Premier League titles with giants Shakhtar Donetsk, winning the double this season and the treble in his maiden term last year. Known for having an astute tactical knowledge and thorough understanding of the intricacies of European football, the 45-year-old is a viable option. Moshiri had previously targeted the ex-Braga boss in October, and would be sensible to sound him out again, though this does smack of a Frank de Boer-esque scenario, particularly if he was appointed and unable to get his ideas across quickly. Shakhtar would require a hefty sum of at least £15 million compensation, while he has no shortage of other admirers, so Everton may not even be on his radar whatsoever. Rating, 5/10 Arsene Wenger, a proper long shot but a rumor which has had a few legs in the tabloids. At 68, Wenger is unlikely to want to commit to a long-term project nor sees Everton as a viable option. Financially, Moshiri's millions may pose some attraction, but even his wallet could not convince the Frenchman to take on a job where significant surgery is needed and a complete overhaul of a playing squad, despite the Toffees' near £200 million investment last summer. Add in other factors like settling in a new part of England, the grind of the Premier League and the emotion of his Arsenal farewell, plus the fact he has had no shortage of other lucrative and more appealing offers, then this is a no-go. Surely international football beckons for the three-time Premier League winner ahead of the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Rating: 2/10. Sergio Conceição, a manager whose stock is pretty high at the moment after he guided Porto, in his maiden season, to their first Primeira Liga title since 2013. The 43-year-old former Portugal winger, who enjoyed a decent playing career in Serie A, would bring an attractive style of football while he has often worked on small budgets in the past, a factor that could be the opposites at Goodison Park. Conceição's current salary is low, compared to equivalent pay in the Premier League, but it's doubtful he would join the Merseysiders purely on financial grounds. He has the Champions League to look forward to next season and a chance to establish the Portugal Giants as a strong force again, so don't expect him to be leaving just yet, despite the speculation. Rating: 4/10.